Hello. So first of all, I'd just like to thank you for inviting Arena and giving us this opportunity to speak with you all here and take back your feedback to Arena. I've just started at Arena. Actually, I thought, far from being an expert, that I might be the newest person in the renewable energy sector, and I'm very happy to be pipped to the post by you, Ben. But for all of you who don't know, the Australian Renewable Energy Agency is a Commonwealth agency whose job is to facilitate awareness and the commercialisation of renewable energy. So essentially our role is to accelerate the transition that Australia is making to a reliable and affordable renewable energy future. And we do that predominantly by supporting renewable energy projects right across Australia. So at the moment our work is supporting about 280 renewable energy projects, and these projects will really translate into an investment of almost $2.3 billion in Australia's renewable energy industry, from the large scale right through the research and development and also into the community energy sector. So Arena's funding, in addition to its own contribution, has also been able to unlock an additional $1.3 billion in private sector finance into the renewable energy sector. And we know that our work is just beginning. The future pipeline of Arena projects will bring an estimated $3.5 billion into the renewable energy sector, and many of those projects will be in rural and regional Australia. So I think from Arena's point of view, the community energy sector is an important area of focus, and Arena has funded a range of renewable energy projects for the community energy sector. And one of the projects you might be most familiar with, which was led by the Institute for Sustainable Futures at the University of Technology, was the National Community Energy Strategy. That strategy resulted in the very first Community Energy Congress in June 2014, and it was published in 2015, and I think that it has led to some fantastic work being done all around Australia. And it's great to be here now to build on that work and that progress here at this conference this year. So one of the things I was asked to talk about is what Arena sees as the issues for the community energy sector. And looking at the very wide range of projects that Arena has invested in, we see communities grappling with the transition to renewable energy in a whole range of different ways. We see issues, all of the issues actually, that were flashed up on the screen just before, issues of financial literacy, technical knowledge, issues of skills and capability, communication issues, social licence to operate. We see a very diverse range of issues that the community energy sector grapples with as it seeks to take control of its energy future. For example, we had a project on Lord Howe Island, still a project that has been in the feasibility stage. And it's a project that, despite a very strong show of community support, faced a very challenging final decision at the approval stage. And the community has needed to grapple with reconciling the benefits of a green and clean energy future with the challenges of a large upfront financial cost. And they've also had to consider the implications of increased freight charges. We can see that and compare that with projects on Flinders, where there is an existing power provider and the decision making has been more straightforward. We've also seen through Arena's large-scale solar round how challenging local government finds the unfamiliar process of approving solar power plants. In other contexts, both governments, private sector corporations and banks are finding they need a new skill set to really truly understand and approve these new power projects. We've seen successes in a range of community energy projects where there's strong planning and good capacity to deliver on the project outcomes. Rottnest Island, for example, is building on a 20-year strategic plan for moving towards 100% renewables. And they're creating an integration platform that enables renewable energies to be plugged in to the grid as the economic proposition stacks up for that community. What ties these experiences together is the impact of the negotiation, communication, project planning, and other soft skills that help to determine the success of renewable energy projects when they're delivered on the ground. Having the drive and the support of the community is really important. It's necessary, but it's just not sufficient. The passion only gets you so far. Communities also need some other things to help them to deliver projects successfully. They need technical skills, project management skills, sometimes commercial skills, and even an understanding of how different energy markets operate. So, because what ARENA sees is that it can be very, very challenging to deliver something as ambitious as changing the way people use energy. Acknowledging this gap has been important for ARENA, and we followed up by funding Frontier Carbon to develop the financial toolkit that was launched earlier today, and we hope that toolkit will lead to community energy projects being able to access a wider range of those skills. Additional resources have also been developed, and I could encourage all of you to visit the ARENA website, where, to be honest, I've had to visit quite a number of times in the last month to learn more. And we also have a workshop side event tomorrow. ARENA's projects have been very diverse, and one of the important roles of ARENA is disseminating the knowledge and understanding that we get from the different projects that are funded. And ARENA funds projects all along the innovation chain, from very early stage research and development to more targeted or advanced research, right through to deployment and demonstration. And as a result of that, those projects have generated a lot of knowledge and information about what works and what is difficult. Some of that information is available through ARENA's Knowledge Bank. Other information is available through contacting ARENA itself. Although we can't fund all community energy projects, the Accelerating Renewable Energy Program is always open, but we look primarily to those projects which are innovative or demonstrating something that we don't already know or haven't already established through the existing projects. So if you do have things that you think, or information that you think you need to make your project successful, I would encourage you to contact the community energy team at ARENA and ask them, because they will have information and they can actually interrogate ARENA's data to come up with information that's tailored just for you. So I think the closing statement from me is ARENA sees it as being really important that communities participate in the future energy system, not just as consumers, but as participants. And we are very interested in being here at this conference and talking to you all. I suspect the expertise in this room, really is quite an extraordinary amount of knowledge, and we'll be looking forward to mingling and hearing your questions and taking your suggestions back to the base camp. Anyway, thanks very much.